Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. This is probably the most important video I have ever made so far on my channel. If you're looking to increase your DPS, your HPS, and your tanking abilities, you must watch this video. I'm gonna teach you how to do simple keybinds in World of Warcraft here for your character. If you have been clicking since day one, or you just start the game and all you know how to do is click your abilities and you want to improve yourself, please listen to what I have to say and watch this video. It's not going to be too long. We're going to do it nice and easy steps. So the first step, we're on our login screen, right? Or we're on our character sheet screen. We want to get out of here. We want to minimize. We want to just exit WoW right now. I have my screen here. We got Lord Beerus from Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z looking directly at us. We have a Twitch icon, so I want you to download the Twitch app. Okay, once you downloaded the Twitch app, this is gonna come up, and there's my Twitch channel. If you want to give me a follow, baby, great, appreciate it. We want to go to mods though. This is where you want to be. Go to mods after you download Twitch app. Go to mods. Now, you go to World of Warcraft because that's the game you want to look up, or that's the game we have. Hit on World of Warcraft. You want to you're going to be my add-ons, which you might not have any. You might have some. You want to get more add-ons. You want to type in bartender. You want to press enter. You want to search for bartender. Bartender 4. Install bartender. Okay. Once a bartender is installed, we want to go back into World of Warcraft. Okay, we're back in our character list. We have bartender installed. Now, we don't want to go into our main. Right now, I'm looking at my main, Ruffian X. He's chilling in the Deep Run Tram. Not going to go into him. Okay? You have tons of abilities and skills. I don't want to overwhelm. We're going to start from the beginning. Okay? So what I want you to do, and I've already made my mage. He's level 5 right now. You want to make a level 1 mage. Whether you're Horde or Alliance, doesn't matter. And I want you to name them anti-clicker. He or she, don't matter, I don't care. Name them anti-clicker, because today is the day you're going to stop clicking. And it's going to be a nice flow of relearning how to keybind and press your keys instead of looking down and clicking your abilities. Okay, so we're in the game. You have a level 1 mage in front of you named Anti-Clicker. Hopefully that's not taken. But right now, see, now I'm level 5. So you won't start with these two abilities right here. So we're going to put those to the side here. We have a bar down here. It's 1 through 9 or 0, whatever. And all you have is Frostbolt, okay? And it's glued to the 1 key right now. Now remember, we downloaded Bartender, right? This is going to be easy peasy. Bartender is going to look like a mug in your window here. So here it is right here. We're going to right click that. Okay? It's going to bring up this menu here. See, underneath bars, there's going to be bar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want to have at least, for now, until you get more advanced, this is going to be very basic, guys. You want to have 1 through 6 enabled. So make sure it's enabled. Okay? You also want to lock all your bars. We don't want a button lock yet. I'll tell you why in a second. And of course, we want to always have this checked as well, this mini map icon, so you can get in there super duper easy. So all we're focusing on right now is the key binding. So I'm going to do that one more time. We're going to go to the bartender icon here, right click, and it's going to bring up the menu here. Make sure they're all, the 1 through 6 at least, are enabled. And then you want to go to keybinds. So this is where it's going to be super duper easy. You hit the keybinds, right? So it says, right now we're in binding mode right now, okay? So don't press anything yet. Read what it has to say. Hover over a button, then press a key to set its binding. Declare a button's current key binding, press escape. Okay? So right now, remember I have my buttons unlocked, so that means I can click and drag my buttons anywhere I want. So if I don't like my Frostbolt in the one position here, I'm going to click it and then, okay, since I'm in the key binding section, I'm in the binding mode, I cannot click and drag yet. We're going to get to that in a second. Let's just go to what we want as a key bind. So say I don't want this as my one key anymore. I'm going to change it. I'm going to hover over it, press escape, because right now, see that little one on the bottom of the screen here? I'm going to press escape. So that green one that was right in the middle of the icon is gone. Now say I want to press it, I want to put the E key on my Frostbolt here. So I'm gonna still have it hovered over, my mouse hovered over it, and press E. So that's automatically gonna change to E instead of 1. So I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm satisfied with that. So you press OK. All right, so I know you guys are level 1 right now. So we're gonna go find a mob. Now, of course, I have my WASD keys, and I'm gonna show you the key setup in a little bit. And I'm gonna press the E key. I'm going to target the mob. I'm going to press the E key. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm targeting, pressing. I'm not looking for my spell. This is why I put the stream cam on. I'm not looking for my spell. I'm not clicking. My mouse is still here. I'm just clicking on the E key. All right? So I want you to pay attention to the differences. I'm going to click now. If you guys are used to clicking, this is what you guys are doing. So you're clicking on mob. And you see my head tilt to where the Frostbolt is. You know, you can see where my either tilts, or you can definitely see it in my eyes. I'm so used to staring straight at the screen that my head doesn't really tilt anymore. But you can see I'm making sure, and this is only one keybind. I'm still looking downward. What's that going to do? That's going to take you away from your environment, the middle of the screen where you're in a raid or you're doing abilities you have to avoid. You might not see them. Those milliseconds taken away from your eyes going downward to instead of middle of the screen where it should be, versus where you just have keybinds like I have that E, where I don't need to look. You know, I just hit that E button. I go to my X guy, hit E button, and keep going. I don't need to look down at all. I'm not looking down at all. So this is going to save milliseconds that turn into seconds, that's turned into minutes, that turns into hours and months and years. So that's how you're going to improve your gameplay. You're going to save all those milliseconds, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be great for you, your improvement on your HPS, your tanking abilities, your mechanic awareness during raids and PvP. But so what I want you guys to do is, I know you're level 1, so you go with E or whatever you're comfortable with. 1 is fine too. I'm just showing you how you can do it, how you can switch these keybinds very easily. So I want you to go around and practice. Practice with the keybinds. Do not click. If you accidentally click, redo it. Just say, nope, I'm keybinding. I'm keybinding. And it's one ability. And you can see how much better it is with your movement and your DPS overall. How much quicker you are, how much more responsive you are. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to get to level 5. Now level 2 or 3 you get Fire Blast. So we're going to play around with that in a second. So get to level 5. Pause this video, get to level 5, and come back to me. Okay, congratulations, you're back. You hit level 5. Now you have what I have now. You have your Frostbolt, you have your Fire Blast, and you have your Frost Nova. Okay, so your Fire Blast and your Frost Nova are in the 2 and 3 slots. Okay, so maybe you don't like, and this is where Bartender comes in again. Okay, and this is where I'm going to move the skills around for Bartender. Maybe you don't like your Frost Nova, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It just keeps enemies in place. It's like a crowd control. Maybe you don't like your Frost Nova in this 3 section right here. You don't like it in the 3. So you can move it up. Once you drag it, all your bars come up from Bartender that you enabled. So I'm going to put, maybe I like it right here in the first slot here. I'm going to drag it here. Okay, so now it's going to appear right there. This is what Bartender does. Now, like I said, There's more advanced ways to set up your bars, but I'm keeping it real simple because we're going over key bindings. So right now, Frost Nova does not have a keybind. I wanted to have a keybind. And you know what? I want that keybind to be R, the R, because that's really close to my WASD buttons for my movement. And I can just lift one of my fingers and press R very quickly for crowd control. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back into DBM, right-click DBM. We're going to go into key bindings, and we're going to go switch to key binding mode. Now, right now, we're in the binding mode, okay? So right now, it says no current bindings. Perfect. I don't have to press escape to clear any other bindings out. I can just right away switch it to whatever I want. I want it to be on the R button. So all I'm going to do, like I said before, hover over. We're hovered over, moused over it. Should start saying moused over it. And I just press R. Boom. R. It's set. Now I want to make sure it's character specific key binding so you don't jumble all your other characters up. Make sure you check that mark. And you press OK. Alright, you're out of binding mode. Alright, let's go get an enemy. Alright, we're going to kill the Blackrock Warg here over here. Level 5 one here. So I'm going to E it up. I'm going to press 2. And then I'm going to press R. And then we're going to E it up again. And I didn't even look down. I had my eyes directly. All right, this guy's mad at me. I had my eyes directly in the middle of the screen. I wasn't missing a beat. And then we just kill, you know, it might seem small to you guys, but that, like I said before, it adds up. It adds up. And you improve your game. You improve your DPS, your HPS, your tanking abilities, your movement, your mechanical awareness, your PvP abilities with these keybinds. They're so useful. Now, if I'm going to click those abilities, see if I can't find another. There's another guy over here. Now I'm gonna try to click him. Okay. So, all right, I'm clicking. So automatically I'm looking down. I'm going over here. See, I'm just getting away from the screen one more time. I'm terrible at it because I just don't do it anymore. So you can just see the difference of how terrible I am going back to clicking. Now you might be like, you know what, key binding, it's going to take me a while, and it will take you time, okay? But every time you make a mistake, like you go down to click your item, stop yourself and repeat that process. Instead of clicking it, keybind it. Keybind it with the E or the 2 or the R, Like I can be looking at you guys directly here and continuing with my abilities. As far as like cooldowns and stuff, that's a little different. But I don't need to look down at all. So that's really important, and that's really basic. So like I said, practice on this mage, this anti-clicker mage. Go around the mobs and just practice those 3 different keybinds. Okay. Now here's a slightly more advanced keybind, but it's not. So don't panic. Okay. So I'm not happy with that R. I want another ability to be R. And I want to change this. Maybe it's a damage ability that I want to be R because it's so close to my WSD keys where I'm pressing. So I want to change that. I go in the bartender, right click bartender, go into key bindings, and then we're in binding mode, correct? Mouse over, escape, clear the R, and now here we can still have it R, but instead of just R, we're gonna put shift in front of it, shift R. So all you do, you're currently moused over, hold down the shift button, and then press R. So that's SR, shift R. So right now, instead of to get out of key binding mode, so instead of just R, now I'm going to press R. It's not doing anything. Pressing R, it's not doing anything, right? But now I'm going to press shift R. Boom. Easy peasy. Okay? Easy peasy. And then I get to have the keybind just R for another ability. Okay? And shift my pinky finger is usually on shift all the time. And I'm going to actually show you guys, before I end this video, I'm going to show you guys how my fingers are on the keyboard. And I'll recommend what key bindings you should have. Like it should always be close to your fingers, your WASD. And I know there's a lot of PvPers out there specifically that won't use the S key button that goes backwards. Like your characters goes backwards like that. They won't use that in PvP, which is fine. So that leaves you another keybind open for S instead of having to go backwards. See, I have it go backwards because I use it for tanking. I use it for more PvE setting. So to control the mobs going all over the place and avoid getting parried and whatnot. So, or me getting parried. So that's an important ability to still have as your default, your movement keys, if you're bigger on PvE. But if you're PvP, you can get rid of the S and put another ability on there. But this is just a basic keybind. Now those are the basic fundamentals of keybinding without going right on your mains and overwhelming you with so many abilities. Since I pretty much summed up the keybinds. Now you can put Control R or Control F, but that's a little bit down the rabbit hole there, and it might be a little difficult to get your fingers down there. So I kept it real basic for you guys. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm actually pressing these abilities. Okay, so you have your WASD keys there, and I'm going to put my fingers on them right there. So you have your WASD. And then, so we were practicing on that E, right? So the E's right there. It's right next to you. And then we had 2. 2 is right here. And I don't use 2 on the keyboard, and I'm gonna show you what I use. I use the mouse. I'm gonna show you that. I highly recommend getting this mouse. I'm gonna show you that right now, actually. We're gonna go over here. See what I have? We have this Razer Naga mouse. It's a 12-button mouse. Well, there's more buttons on top here, of course, but it's a great mouse for WoW. Okay? So instead of clicking those keyboards over there, you're going to have your thumb right there clicking those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however long you want to, keybinds, how many keybinds you want on there. So popular keybinds are the Q, the E, the D, the C, the X, the F, the R, the V if you can get over here, and Z. Z's a little awkward, but it works for like moves you don't use a lot. And you can double these by just pressing the shift button before you. So when I showed you that shift R, remember the shift R we went over before? So it's going to be shift R, and you can see it on the screen, shift R. So that's an important one. And you can do this, you can do shift D, you can do shift C, and put all the different keybinds there. So very useful, and it's going to help you guys tremendously, especially going into the next expansion here. You got plenty of time to work on this, so please practice on this mage for 20 minutes. So once you're done practicing on this mage for 15-20 minutes and you feel comfortable, man, I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm ready. I'm excited to get into I'm excited to get into the freaking my main. Oh, let's go already. Okay, go ahead. All right, so I'm going to show you my keybinds. If you're interested anymore in this video, I'm going to show you my keybinds on Ruffian X. All right, we're back. We're here on the main guy, the legendary Ruffian X. Okay, so I play a Guardian / Feral Druid. Right now I'm in Guardian mode, and I have a lot of abilities all over the place. This is what your bars will look like, all maxed out almost. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to overwhelm you guys, especially if you've been clicking for a long time and you just want to focus on a few abilities at a time and practice those on that mage, the anti-clicker mage, for like 15-20 minutes before you come on your main. Okay, so as you can see, I have Z on my Stampeding Roar. All right, so, and Z is a little bit awkward to get used to, probably the most awkward one, but it works. And instead of me going all the way down and pressing Z and looking for it, or pressing Stampede Warrior and looking for it and clicking on it, it's just a simple click of a single keybind while you're still well aware of your surroundings. And you're quicker and your response time is faster. So I have a trinket set to V. So it's right here, set to V. It's a trinket. You can set trinkets to keybinds as well. Super useful. I turn the stone, click of a button. I have my concentrated flame, the essences from BFA, set to a keybind. I have it as T. T's a little further away, but like I said, I can still reach it, you know, instant. I have my thrash 3, 4 as 4 swipe. Constant. Don't even have to look down, you know. I'm looking at my middle of my screen the whole time, especially when I'm mechanically, I need to have mechanics down in a raid, or I'm PvPing and I gotta watch what the other guy is doing. When do I have to kick? I have kick set to 6, and that's all on the side of my button. That's why I highly recommend you guys, if I can show it to you guys. So yeah, I highly recommend getting this mouse because the response time is wonderful. I've dramatically improved my gameplay. So let me know if you guys have any questions regarding, if you go in. Now, there's macros, which I will not get into yet. Okay, these are all my macros here. I will not get into those yet because I just want to focus on key bindings. So maybe in another video, if you guys are interested in some macros, I will do a lot of macros for you guys and show you how it's done. So I'm really hoping this video helps you guys. This is a really important video to improve your gameplay, especially when we have time to do it. And hopefully you guys don't click anymore. No more clicking. This is where it stops. The clicking stops here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas or suggestions for future videos, or you want to comment on this one. Let me know how I did or anything I missed regarding key bindings. Easy peasy, guys. All right. Good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.